The moment that I accepted that relationships cannot be transactional was the moment I felt free in all of my relationships and all of my friendships. I used to be the person where if someone didn't come out for my birthday, I would be so personally offended. I didn't care what your excuse was. I didn't care if you were saving for a wedding or if you had kids. Like, to me, the least that you can do is come out for my birthday when I was a bridesmaid or I celebrated you in different capacities. And now I just could not care less. Similarly to romantic relationships, friendships cannot be 50-50. Sometimes they're going to be 50-50. Sometimes they'll be 80-20. Sometimes for a while, somebody's giving 100% while the other person doesn't have much to give. And I think we're underestimating just how much parents are struggling, especially in the US. And our society is so individualistic that no one cares to want to be part of anyone's village. And people don't spend time around children until they have children of their own. And so they don't understand exactly how much work is involved in caring for children and how much like truly unconditional love mothers have for their children. And like their friends are just never going to compare. It wasn't until I became an aunt and a very involved one at that I really understood what it meant to take care of children. I don't have any kids right now. My husband and I will probably try and within the next 2 years. But while I don't have children of my own and I don't want to be around kids all the time, it's so important for me to care about giving and caring about my friends' kids, even though they can't reciprocate. They literally cannot reciprocate. And I don't want to minimize how single, childless people feel when they are not celebrated or cared for in the same way that they celebrate and care for their coupled and parent friends. I don't want to minimize that at all. But there needs to be this recognition that you may be very transactional in your relationships. This is a time where like friends need to stick together the most. I moved away from New York and I moved down to Florida, and like I don't get to see any of my friends. I don't talk to all of my friends every day. Like I'm lucky if I speak to my best friend once every couple of months at this point. And our friendship is just so low maintenance. Like maybe your friendships need to be more low maintenance, you know? I come together with my best friends who I don't get to talk to all the time, and it's like time has never passed. And I think there's also something to be said about people who are just people pleasers over and over again and who go out of their way hoping that it's going to be reciprocated at some point. And sometimes if you give to somebody else, you should give just for the sake of giving and not expecting anything in return. Anyway, I wrote this on Substack a few months ago about this. I'm very passionate about this topic. So if you want to read more, check that out. And the previous article was from The Cut.